Teams waste countless hours tossing work between dev, QA, and support, back and forth, sprint after sprint. These departmental silos create endless handoffs that slow down everything. But there's a different kind of team setup that breaks down these barriers and cut through all that noise. Cross-functional teams eliminate the handoff by having all the skills needed to deliver a usable increment each sprint. Instead of throwing work over department walls, everyone collaborates from start to finish. This approach speeds delivery and creates real teamwork instead of coordination chaos. In this video, I will show you what makes cross-functional teams work and why this approach might change how you see teamwork entirely. But first, let's look at what's really happening when departments don't talk. Picture this. A simple bug fix that should take 2 hours turns into a 2-week nightmare bouncing between teams. A customer reports an issue, support creates a ticket, it goes to development, they fix it, then it sits in QA for days. QA finds the fix doesn't work with the existing login system and send it back with questions, but now that developer is working on something completely different and can't remember the context. Meanwhile, support gets customer complaints about related login issues, but can't communicate directly with the people who built the feature. Traditional organizations split work into neat departments. Developers write code, QA test it, supports handle customer issues. On paper, this looks efficient. Each person focuses on what they do best. But here is what really happens in practice. Work gets tossed back and forth, with each handoff creating new problems. Each handoff creates delays, miscommunication, and finger pointing when things go wrong. The developer says the requirements were unclear. QA says they never got proper documentation. Support says nobody told them about the changes. Everyone's protecting their own department's reputation instead of solving the customer's problem. Here's the real kicker. Each department optimizes its own KPI, velocity, bug counts, ticket closures, rather than the overall outcome. Your development team might prioritize shipping features fast to hit their velocity targets. QA might slow things down to hit their quality metrics. Support might push for stability to reduce their ticket volume. Each team is working hard, but they are pulling in different directions. The result? Everybody busy. Everyone's working hard, but the customer still isn't getting value. Features take forever to ship. When they do ship, they don't solve the real problem. Customers get frustrated. Your team gets stressed. Management wonders why everything takes so long. But here's where it gets worse. This miscommunication between silos leads to massive duplicated work and wasted resources. Cross-department knowledge stays trapped into silos, so teams end up rebuilding the same solution because they don't know what other teams have already created. Support creates elaborate workarounds for problems that development already solved in a different product area. They spend weeks building internal tools to handle customer requests that could be fixed with a simple code change. Your team spend more time in meetings trying to coordinate than actually delivering value. You have status meetings, handoff meetings, retrospective meetings about why the last handoff didn't work. Everyone's calendar fills up with coordination overhead instead of productive work. The irony is that these departments were created to make work more efficient. Instead, they create artificial barriers that slow everything down. Your organization has all the skills it needs to solve customer problems quickly. But those skills are locked away in separate departments that can't work together effectively. Component teams reinforce sequential development, leading to high work in progress and handoff bottlenecks. as noted in the scaling Scrum frameworks. The handoffs between these specialized teams create bottlenecks that significantly slow down your development cycle. What if we could eliminate these handoffs entirely? The Scrum Guide defines a Scrum team as cross-functional and self-managing, with all skills needed to create a usable increment. Picture this scenario. A developer, tester, and customer support person work side by side every day, sharing the same desk space and tackling features together from the first user story to the final deployment. No tickets get passed between departments. No waiting for other teams to finish their part. This changes everything about how work gets done. Most people hear cross-functional team and think it means everyone does everything. They picture developers testing code and testers writing features. But that's not quite right. And here is the twist that makes this approach actually work. Cross-functional doesn't mean everyone has the same skills. It means the team collectively has all the skills needed to complete the work. Like a band with a guitar, bass, and drums, each contributing unique skills, but together performing a complete song. The magic happens when you shift from individual job descriptions to shared accountability. Instead of hearing, "That's not my job," when somebody needs attention, everyone owns the sprint goal together. Your tester isn't just responsible for finding bugs. Your developer isn't just responsible for writing code. Your support person isn't just responsible for handling compliance. The whole team is responsible for delivering value that actually works for customers. Let's break this down with a real example. When your QA person finds a bug in the traditional setup, they file a detailed ticket, assign it back to development, and waits for a response. Days pass. Questions get asked through comments. Context gets lost. But in a cross-functional team, when QA finds the same bug, they walk over to the developer and solve it together in real time. They can discuss the root cause, understand the technical constraints, and fix it probably the first time. Your support person transforms from someone who just handles compliance to someone who helps shape the feature to prevent those complaints in the first place. They sit in planning meetings. They share customer feedback directly with the people building the feature. They understand the technical decisions being made and can advocate for user experience improvement before problems reach customers. Feature teams take this concept even further. According to Les, a feature team is long-lived cross-component and completes end-to-end customer features. Instead of owning just technical components, they own entire customer journeys. A feature team handles everything from the moment a customer starts using a feature to the moment they complete their goal. They work across all components and disciplines, from analysis to programming and testing. This creates what Les calls generalized specialists, people who have areas of expertise but also understand the broader system. Think of it like this. Component teams are like assembly lines where each station does a specific task. Feature teams are like small workshops where skilled craft people create complete products from start to finish. The workshop approach lets the team understand how all the pieces fit together, spot problems early, and make better decisions about trade-offs. This creates something traditional organizations struggle to achieve: true collaboration instead of coordination. Coordination means scheduling meetings to align different groups. Collaboration means working together naturally because you share the same goals and sit in the same space. When your team collectively possesses all the skills needed to complete features, you stop needing complex handoff processes and start developing better solutions. Les emphasizes continuous integration to support shared code ownership when multiple people work on the same components. Your team learns together, solves problems together, and takes pride in delivering complete features together. Here's what makes cross-functional Scrum teams fundamentally different from traditional department structures. Instead of optimizing individual department metrics, cross-functional teams optimize for a single shared outcome. Your developers aren't measured on lines of code written. Your testers aren't measured on bugs found. Your support team isn't measured on tickets closed. Everyone gets measured on whether the sprint goal delivers real value to customers. This eliminates the need for handoffs entirely and creates natural collaboration. When everyone succeeds or fails together, the finger pointing stops. The blame games end. People start helping each other instead of protecting their own metrics. And because they deliver complete increments each sprint, any efficiency becomes visible instantly. This transparency creates the foundation for lasting change. Cross-functional teams succeed because they combine three essential elements: diverse skills working together, shared accountability for outcomes, and complete visibility into progress. Transparency, the Scrum Guide's first empirical pillar, makes hidden silos impossible to rebuild. Sprint reviews show everyone what each team actually delivered. Daily scrums reveal who's blocking whom. Sprint retrospectives force teams to discuss what isn't working. Here's how you can apply this. If you manage or work in a team, start by forming a small cross-functional squad around one key feature and inspect the results. Ask which departments it touches. Then imagine what would happen if those people worked as one team instead of passing work between groups. Let me know in the comments where you have seen handoffs slow you down, and don't forget to subscribe for more Scrum to Go tips.